as you can see here, this is the original file, okay, from the customer. Okay, basically, this is not well structured. Okay, why? Why we so called this is not structured? Okay, first of all, okay, as you can see here, we have different field over here. But as you can see here, for each record, not every field is being filled with information. So I will say that this kind of data is not clean. So how to do cleansing? Okay, first of all, okay, if you would like to do some data analysis, so the first thing to do is to fill up these fields. Okay, for example, who is the vendor for this item? Who is the factory for this item? Who is the country of origin for this item? Then I will need to fill it out first. Okay, so how to do it? Very simple. We just what? Highlight it and drag and drop. Do it one by one. Okay, this is actually the only solution I can provide to you at this stage, because for today's session is level 1. So that's why we will have level 4 in April. At that time, you can making use another very powerful feature called VBA. Do you know what is VBA? VBA macro, Visual Basic for Application. What does it mean? That means that you can making use of the language called Visual Basic for Application to write some simple routine in Microsoft Excel to handle those routine jobs. Okay, so that's why for today's session is a fundamental concept, okay, for all of you, how to manage data. Okay? Okay, first of all, so what should I do? Okay, teach you a very simple features first, okay? How to zoom in this table. Very simple. Press which button? Control button, and then use your mouse wheel to... Sorry, my mouse got some problem. Okay, here. Press Control, and then wheel up and wheel down. Then you can zoom in and zoom out the spreadsheet very easily. Is it here? Okay, press Control and zoom in, zoom out. Just move up and down the mouse wheel. Is here? Okay, this is the first thing I would like to tell you. Because the data file size is quite large, so what should you do? Okay, another shortcut key I would like to introduce to you is how to move to the top right corner of the table. How to do it? Just please press shortcut key, Control Home. Then you can move this so-called the active cell to the top right corner of your table. Press Control Home. Is it clear? For this MacBook, okay, this is not MacBook, sorry. I just need to find that, okay, it looks like a MacBook. For MacBook user, okay, I need to remind you. Okay, for control button in MacBook, we will replace with the shortcut key called Command. Because in MacBook, okay, we will have both the control key and command key. But for both the shortcut key in MacBook, please remind, okay, to replace control key into what? Command key. Okay, any MacBook users here? No. Okay, then forget it. Because I wonder that machine is MacBook, but finally, it answers. Actually, okay, now, another shortcut key, very important. How to move the active cell to the end of the table. Press another key called Control N, E-N-D-N. E-N-D-N. The end of the sentences, the end of the table, okay? Press Control N. Then it will jump to what? Jump to the last item of the table. However, you find it, how come this is the last item? As you can see here, on the leftmost side, you can see, the 882 item, okay, is the end of the table. As you can see here, very simple. So whenever you would like to browse through the table, very simple. Just press the Control Home and Control N, then you can jump to the first item of the table and Control N to the last item of the table. Simple, right? And what next? Okay, first of all, okay, I would like to give you some idea. Okay, as you can see here, because so long as I say this is not well-structured table, so how to do the massage? First of all, okay, as you can see here, on the top left corner, okay, as you can see something called the quantity, option, build, PO, build, something like that. For those pieces of information, if this is not important to you, you may just simply delete it. So how to delete it? Simple. Just use a mouse. Okay, highlight these rows. Okay, from 1 to 5. Because if you would like to highlight certain cell, you may just drag and drop across a different cell, then you can highlight such a cell regions, okay, for you. However, if you would like to highlight the whole row, okay, so what should you do? Just simply highlight like this, row 1 to row 5. And then what next? Just simply right click it, and then click delete. Gone. Because the table is so large in size, it will take some time. Wow, not responding. So bad. Media file is so large in size. Okay, this is point number 1. Okay, and now what next? Okay, for example, as I mentioned here, okay, you've got something called the vendor factory meal, something like that. So what should you do? Okay, as you can see here, okay, this is the style number. Okay, because I have already go through this data table, I find one thing very surprising me. That is, the style number is not went in ascending order or descending order. So that's why before you do any analysis, you need to manually to do data massage. Okay, how many of you doing the data massage in this class? How many of you need to do the data massage every day here?
Not every day. Maybe a month or twice a month.
Twice a month. Yeah. I see. But it's a hard time for you because you need to do it one by one manually.
Yeah.
Oh, then that means, okay, Visual Basic for application is very important to you. Or maybe you may have a shortcut. That is what? Ask the ITS accounting people to help you to write the macro. Okay? Because macro is a very useful and powerful tool for you. Okay, any one of you have some concept about macro? No. Maybe let me show you first, okay? Because if you need to do it, okay, one by hand, it is not efficient. Maybe I give you some concept first. Basically, in Microsoft Excel, as you can see here, we will have a different ribbon, okay, on top of the manual, right? Out here, you can find something called the developer. Can you see the developer? I think not every one of you can see the developer. Do you know why? Why? See here. Because you need to, first of all, to select the file here, and then go to the options. Yeah. And then out here, we will have something called the ribbon, custom ribbon. Can you see customized ribbon? And then out here, we'll have different options for you. Okay, you need to, first of all, on the right-hand side, to kickstart, okay, for example, here, on the right-hand side, main tab, can you see developer here, which without any click box being checked. So, just simply enable this checkbox. After click OK, then you can see the developer ribbon appear on the top of the menu, right? As you can see here, this is developer. If you say, well, David, how to read? Okay, what is put inside the Visual Basic inside the macro? Very simple. First of all, can you see here something called the macro? Basically, the program which is designed, okay, and which is used to run under Microsoft Excel, Word, or PowerPoint. We also call this kind of application, this kind of program called macro. In Chinese, we call it as 句集. Okay, if you buy those called the Chinese book from Taiwan, okay, you can see, okay, it will teach you how to write something called macro or 句集, something like that. Okay, however, okay, if you would like to have a look on what macro is put inside, just simply click the macro. And then here it will tell you, okay, no macro at all at this moment, right? However, if you say, I don't know how to do programming, then what should I do? Okay, let me tell you one thing. Okay, just simply have a look first. First, okay, just go to here, Visual Basic. Once you click the Visual Basic chat box, the button, then it will have a window prompts which is called as the Microsoft Visual Basic for application. Can you see here? And out here is some simple code, okay, which has already written inside the Microsoft Excel. That means if you would like to handle those routine tasks, okay, with Microsoft Visual Basic, then you need to load this kind of coding. Wow, it looks very complicated, right? Yes, you are right. So that's why I need to let you all to know, okay, level 1 to 3 first in order to learn level 4. This is very important, okay? However, you will say, David, but it really take me time, okay, to learn doing programming because I'm new to programming. Then what should I do? You still have another method. If those tasks is really tedious and simple and routine tasks, then you making use and other features. Can you see here? We still have something called the record macro. Can you see this? This feature is very useful. Okay, let me do a demonstration to you first. Maybe let's do it together. Very funny, okay? Very funny, interesting as well. Okay, just click the record macro. And then first of all, okay, the system will ask you for the name of the macro. Because whenever if you would like to have a baby, okay, after the baby is born, then you need to give he or she a name. Here is ask you, okay, what's the name of your baby? Maybe I just simply macro and text, something like that. Of course, at this part, you can still define a shortcut key, which for what? To trigger this macro. For example, just like we press Ctrl C, that means what? Cut. Ctrl C is copy, Ctrl X is cut, something like that. And here you can also define a shortcut key for your own macro as well. But now, at this moment, forget it. And here it will ask you, okay, where is your macro being stored? Because we have two area you can store. Okay, the first one is to what? This workbook or new workbook. What does it mean? That means it will store the file the macro in your own Excel spreadsheet. Okay, but one thing I need to remind you. Okay, anyone can tell me the extension of Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. What is the extension, the file extension of the Excel spreadsheet? Do you still remember? XLS. No, at this moment. Now it's XLSX, right? Because the latest version is using the XLSX. Sorry, I still not feeling well, so that's why I need to keep drinking hot water. Okay, sorry about it. Okay, but let me tell you, because if you would like to store file, okay, in Microsoft Excel file, so out here we will have a different option, right? For this one, it's the original one, XLSX format. What does it mean? That means this file format is only what? Keeping those Microsoft Excel data only and formula only. Okay, this is the original XLSX file format. However, if you would like to have something called a macro, that means that some program, okay, your customized program, keep inside the Microsoft Excel file, then you need to save the Excel file into XLSM format. Can you see this? However, okay, if you say, why we need to differentiate, okay, do different file type? Because if you have a macro being kept inside an Excel spreadsheet file, what happened? We will have a risk. Do you know what is the risk? Because some hacker will write something called the macro virus to hack our Excel file. If you really not need to have a macro file inside the Excel spreadsheet, so please do store save the file into XLSX format instead. Because we need to take risk if we have Microsoft macro inside a spreadsheet. Because some hacker will write something called the macro virus to attack our file. Please be reminded. However, another thing, that is Excel binary word file. Do you know what it is? Yeah, because most of the time, okay, people will know what is XLSX and XLSM. Okay, the difference is what? solely data, XLSX, with macro, XLSM. But what is the use for XLSB? Because as I mentioned before, okay, for example, for your file, if you find that, okay, it is not necessary to have macro inside the file, but my file, the data file size is quite large. For example, maybe 1 gigabyte, 2 gigabyte, something like that. If you would like to have a faster calculation and faster speed to manipulate the data file, then you need to store the file into XLSB format. It will enhance the efficiency of processing the Excel file in case the Excel file is really large in size. Is it clear? Yeah, because some people, okay, may make some Excel very large in size Excel file. Why the Excel file is so large in size? Only data is not so large, the size is, but however, some of you would like to insert something called the picture or video into the Excel file. For example, maybe you would like to make a item list for your customer. Then you need to add some picture inside the Excel file. Then you better consider whether or not you will save the file into XLSB format in order to get a high performance in opening the file and manage the file. Is it clear? Okay, good. So, now, okay, let me go back to macro first. Sorry about it. Okay, because I just distract. Okay, to another area. Okay, macro test. And now, okay, I would like to save it in a new workbook or the existing workbook. Existing workbook, then select this workbook. For new workbook, then click the new workbook. However, what's the use for this one? Personal macro workbook. What does it mean? Because if you would like to embed that macro file into your machine, that means no matter what kind of Excel file is being opened, you can still use that macro to do some calculation for your Excel spreadsheet. Then you better save the macro in your personal macro workbook. What does it mean? That means the macro will be written and get it saved in your own machine and don't have any copy on the Excel spreadsheet. That means if you just simply pass the Excel spreadsheet to another people, okay, without your macro, it may not process the same thing as in your machine. It is very important, okay? But I will remind you, don't save it into your personal macro workbook. Why? Because I've discovered sometimes, especially in Lianfeng, because our machine have something called the company policy. May get conflict with the company policy, then our machine may die. Okay, so won't do this because sometimes, okay, some programming stuff may get conflict to our computer policy, company computer policy. So be aware of it. Okay, this is very important. So let's have a look. Okay, just select this workbook. If you would like to have some description for your macro, you may type it here. However, now, if no, simple. Click OK. After I click OK, see what happened. Can you see here, something called stop recording, right? What does it mean? That means at this moment, whenever we do something on this spreadsheet, it will be in record. What does it mean? See? Okay. I just go to this row, highlight this area, and then drag and drop. Right? I just do this action. After that, I press something called the stop recording. See what happened? No. No machine handling this issue. Okay, after that, see what happened. Now, I just go back to macros. Just have a look. Wow, one macro has already been created here. Okay, if I press this button, edit, see what happened. It will open something called the Visual Basic for application for me. And now here, it will have some code being generated. Okay, just try to interpret what code has already been generated. Okay, the first row, what does it mean? It will first of all to select the area C2 to G2, right? C2 to G2. And then what next? Selection dot autofill destination till the area C2 from G8. Okay? C2 here and G8 is here, right? So it will automatically what? After one disk macro, it will automatically what? To drag and drop the whole area for us and then fill up the rest of the field. Okay, till the row 8. Is it clear? Okay, so what does it mean? Okay, I just delete this part and then do it again. Okay, now go to the macro and then select this part and then press the button 1. See? But this one is really simple one. Okay, without any intelligence put inside. Because for your existing customer data file, which is very complicated, you need to write your own code, okay, in order to make the program more intelligent. So I just demonstrate how macro works to you for this lesson. That means at least you will know macro may be a very powerful tool for handling some routine tasks in your daily operation. Is it clear? Okay, because as I know, the ITS account team have some consultant may help you guys, okay, to write your own macro to help you to do data massage. Just simply contact them. Maybe they may give you a helping hand because although you have already attend all my four lessons, but I still find that you still have a long way to do practice in order to write this kind of program. Yeah, because the programming is not an easy thing. Okay, but I just give you some understanding first. Is it clear? Is it clear? For example, after you record this, okay, what next? Okay, if you really want to develop your own macro, most of the time, okay, for those routine tasks, I will just simply what? Record it. And then after that, just go to the what? Go to the macro. And then add my own code to make the coding more intelligent. Is it clear? This is our practice, okay, to have a more efficient way, okay, to do the macro creation. Is it clear? Okay. Just give you some understanding first. Is it clear? Okay. For example, I think at this moment, if you would like to have something called the formatting stuff, or maybe have some copy and paste stuff, you can make your own macro with the macro recording features. Okay, you may just go back to your desktop and then do it by yourself. Try and error, okay, to make the things perfect. Okay. Now, another thing, also very important. For your data spreadsheet, I find this one is very interesting. Okay, because it will what? The style description here, it will divide into several different fields. This is what make me headache as well. Do you know why? Because it is a nuisance to have a several rows to store those description information. Most of the time, people would like to do one thing. What does it mean? Okay, to group all the descriptions, okay, into one single field. So what should you do? If you really want to do it like this. Okay, so if like this, I just simply highlight the column C first. The reason why? Because after I highlight column C and then right click here, I can do something called the insert new row. Because I would like to insert a new row, okay, to combine all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items into one single field. So what should you do? Okay, let me introduce you a very simple Excel function first. This function called the concat. Okay, just simply type equal to con. Okay, because I'm a absent-minded guy, so I cannot remember all the spelling of the formula. I just remember, okay, the first few three character. So what should I do? After I press the equal sign and then type CON, then it will prompt me, okay, are you looking for concat or confidence or confident.t or convert, something like that. You may just use the up and down arrow, okay, to select the formula you would like to use. For example, for this time, concatenate. Okay, I just select concatenate. Can you do this? Okay, after that, what should I do? Okay, this part is quite tedious. However, you need to do it. Okay, press the Control key and select it one by one. Use your mouse. Okay, press Control key and click your mouse one by one. After that, enter. Then it will what? It will merge all the fields together into one. Is it clear? I just want to know, okay, are you guys using this kind of method, okay, to group? No. Then I want to try to help you, okay, how to make it more efficient. However, in my life, okay, I will use some programming method instead. Okay, so that's why it is very important because okay, any one of you heard about a new technology called machine learning nowadays? Machine learning, no. Basically, okay, how to make our Excel spreadsheet, okay, more intelligent. We need to use some machine learning method to do programming. And in the old time, we will use some sophisticated programming language like MATLAB, SAS, something like that, okay, to do this kind of programming. However, nowadays, okay, for example, I just simply bought this book, okay, from Sam Sui Po, the computer mall. I find that they use some machine learning method to do some Excel programming to forecast the share market trend and also calculate the option pricing, something like that. See? It is so normal, so common nowadays in the world market. So that's why it is very important for you guys to learn VBA quicker, okay? Because if you would like to have some more complicated data analysis report, then you need to learn VBA, okay? So now, is it clear? However, I have one question. That is, okay, after I concatenate, okay, this description. So, can we search those information inside this description? For example, inside the C2 field, for example, this field, we have a keyword called the write, W-H-I-T-E, write. Can we use the find function to find these keywords, okay, inside this formula? Okay, just try to do it. Okay, Control F. What does it mean by Control F? Control F, that means find, or search, or replace, something like that. After you press Control F, okay, and here it will tell you, okay, find what? Okay, I want to find this keyword, write, W-H-I-T-E, write. See what happened? Okay, it can find this cell and press enter. Wow, can find nothing in this spreadsheet. Especially this spreadsheet is so large in size. However, one question, okay, at the end here, in H547, okay, we got another result. However, how come we cannot find this one? Why we cannot find this one? Because just next to B2, in C2, we should have the keyword inside the C2 cell. However, how come the find function can't find this right? Okay, instead, the answer is because here what we type inside the C2 cell is a formula. That means it will appear, okay, appear on the screen or being pinned on the paper to show you the description of the style. However, if we ask the Excel spreadsheet to find this keyword, it would not treat C2 contain the keyword right. Because what we actually type inside is concatenate something, right? So what should we do, okay, in order to convert this formula into actual value? Okay, the method is very simple. Okay, I just do it for you. I just demonstrate to you. Okay, first of all, I select this formula. Okay, concatenate, right? And now C2. Okay, this cell C2. I just simply press the key, Control C. What does it mean? I just copy the information inside C2. And what next? Out here, we select Home. And can you see Paste here? Just click the drop down list box. And out here, we have a different option. And one of the paste value option, can you see here? Value and source formatting. Can you see this option? I just simply click this option. Okay, values and source formatting. This one. 1, 2, 3 and with a drawing brush here. Can you see this option? Just select this one. Okay. See what happened. Okay? See what happened. After that, you will find C2 will become a value, right? Which is not a formula, something called concatenate B1, B2, B3, something like that. It will convert it into a what? A field with all the content. We just concatenate all together into one field. Is it clear? It's okay? Okay, in order to prevent the no response error, okay, I try to copy this file on my desktop first. Okay, because it would take me a long time to save the file. Okay, if I save the file on the network. Basically, okay, ITS has already upgraded a lot, okay, especially the stability of the SharePoint. However, it's still not so stable. So that's why I will prefer, okay, to save the copy, okay, on the desktop to do the demonstration to you. Okay, is it clear? Okay, so now I have already introduced two functions. One is called what? The concatenate formula, very useful. And then what next is to use the copy and paste value, okay, to help you to convert the formula into a value into the existing cell. Is it clear? Okay, so after you do such kind of a tedious work, okay, choose a month, okay, so what next? Okay, you should finally got something like this, right? No, this actually is not the it's not the file, okay, from your customer. I just download it, okay, from the XTS, okay, but this is your target. What does it mean, your target? Okay, first of all, what we so-called is a normalized table. Okay, your target is to get a normalized table. Okay, what does it mean? That means, okay, inside the table, you should not find any empty field here. Not empty field, empty row. Okay, because if you find any empty row, that means, okay, that record is what? Should be eliminated. Because it may affect the forecast, the result of your analysis, okay, your analysis. And then another thing that is, okay, you better put, okay, those value into single fields. Okay, for example, as atomic as possible. For example, like here, for customer, okay, we should have a single field for storing the customer's name. We will have a single name for your season, a single name for your style. Okay, the reason why, because you can have a better management, okay, for this type of data. Okay, now have a revision. How to move the active cell to the end of the table. Press which shortcut key? Control N, END. Okay, altogether we have what? 101 rows altogether, right? If we fall back, okay, to the topmost part of our table, Control Home, right? But now, I would like to introduce another idea for you. Because in the old time, people just want to highlight a certain area. We will call this area as what? As a range, right? As a range. And we will call this range as what? For example, for this scenario, the range will so-called C4 to F18, right? C4 to F18. However, if I just tell my call it, okay, I would like to, okay, generate a report for this table from C4 to F18. Then your colleague may not know what do you mean, because it is absolutely some language for computer guys, right? Not for a human, okay? So what should you do? Okay, so in the view situation, I would like to introduce something called the Excel table to you. How to do it? I just first of all move my active cell to the table area, okay? We will call this area something called the current region, okay? So what next? Just select the Insert tab, and then out here we find something called the table. Okay, what's the features for this function? That is, okay, we will convert this area into a table. Okay, what does it mean? Okay, because we just move the active cell to this area, we will the Excel will code the suspected table area, okay, we'll so-called it is a current region, to ask you whether or not you want to turn this area into a table. And also here we'll ask you whether your table will have the header or not. As you can see here, this set of data will have header on top of the table. So we'll have table header. And also we would like to highlight this area as a table as well. So if you find no problem, just simply click OK. Then the system will turn it into a table. What's the beauty for turning a region into a table? Let's have a look. First of all, okay, you will have some additional thing at the topmost part of your Excel. As you can see here, if you move the active cell to an area without any table, it will show you nothing on top of the ribbon. However, if you move the active cell back to the table area, it will have one more tools for you. This is what we so-called the table tools. Okay, in Excel, it will have a simplicity purpose. What philosophy? What does it mean? If you move the active cell to an area which you can apply certain tools onto it, then it will show you that tools. However, if you move the active cell to an area without those objects, then those features related to that object will disappear from the menu. Okay, so after we move the active cell back to the table, you can see table tools. And out here we've got something called the design, right? And here we've got something very funny. As you can see here under the design ribbon, you can see on your left hand side, here we've got something called the table name. Okay, by default, the table name now is table 1. What does it mean? Because this is the first newborn child, okay, for you. So it will code as table 1. If you have a second table and third table, so on and so forth, it will automatically give a name, table 2, table 3, table 4, something like that. If you would like to give a meaningful name for this table, very simple. Just go to here, just type TBL, maybe this one is our case. Okay, this is my practice. Okay, basically, okay, for the name of the table, okay, basically, you can name whatever you want. Okay, you may name the table as Hello Kitty, Dear Daniel, so on and so forth. Okay. However, if you would like to have a more make sense table name and more easier for you to manage this data, I would suggest you to use this kind naming notation method. We call it as the Hungarian notation method. Why we call it a Hungarian notation method? Okay, first of all, the first 3 character, okay, which I will type it into lowercase, which will define and tell you, okay, the type of this name. For TBL, what does it mean? That means this is a table. And what next is the name you would like to name the table. Okay, so that's why after you see this table name, you will first of all will know, okay, this is a table for giving data. And what is put inside basically is some case information. Very simple. Okay, but how to making use of it, I will tell you later. Okay, it is very powerful. Okay, and what next here? Can you see table tools? Okay, table tools. On the right hand side, we have a table style. You can choose a different color, right? Okay, this is red in color, purple in color, something like that, right? This is a blue in color, right? And also, if you would like to have something like this, okay, the zebra pattern, okay. So why we have a zebra pattern? Because we have already enabled this one, the feature, the branded rows, okay. If you would like to have a branded column, you may just click this button as well, right? Very simple. Zebra, branded. Okay? And here, if you would like to, okay, have a different format for the last column, click this one. We'll bold the last column. If you would like to have to highlight the first column, then it will have what? To bold the first column, okay? For like here, a company, a baby G, something like that. Is it clear? Okay, what next? Okay, basically, I will suggest you to use the banded rows. Okay, this is very useful. Okay, and what next? Okay, now I would like to tell you, after you turn it into a table, you can see here we've got something called the filter, right? We've got a different drop-down list box, okay, under each field. Okay, for each field, okay, we will have different features. For example, now it's sort A to Z, used for sorting in ascending order, and here is sorting in descending order, right? First of all, we will have what? Sorting features. However, we find another question here. We've got something called the what? Season, right? After we click it, sort ascending order and sort descending order. What happened? Okay, for sort ascending order, it's very funny. Fall, spring, summer, and winter. And now, the descending order, it will become winter, summer, spring, and fall. Wow, it system makes sense. Because according to our common sense, we should sort in which order? Spring, summer, fall, winter, right? However, because for the computer, it will only can sort what? Sort by the character. Okay, the alphabetical order of the character that we put inside. So how to do it? How to manage it? If we really want to sort it in spring, summer, fall, winter, how to do it? This is very important. So what should I do? So out here, we can't find any option for sorting. We can't find any advanced feature for sorting, but have a look here. Just a click here again, season. Can you see here we've got something called the what? Sort by color. And we've got something called the custom sort. Right? What is custom sort? Just select this option. Okay? Custom sort. Here it will tell you, okay, because for the shortcut, okay, you have already turned on the season to sorting the value inside the season column, and we will sort in order Z to A or A to Z. However, for the list order, we still have another option called a custom list, right? For custom list, okay, originally, okay, we should have only this Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, January, February, March, right? However, if you say, I would like to add some new sorting method. For example, now I would like to add spring, summer, fall, winter. Then what should I do? Select the new list here. And then spring, enter. Summer, enter. Fall, enter. Winter. Of course, maybe somebody else asked me, okay, whether or not we can use Chinese character or Japanese character or Korean character. The answer is yes. If you know how to type Korean character, you may type it inside the list and then sort those characters in order. Okay? Because in the old time, okay, I will try to type Chinese 春夏秋冬梅蘭菊竹. Okay? Anyway. Actually, now, what next? Okay, I just click the add. Then we will have one more new list. Spring, summer, fall, winter. Right? And then what next? Okay, okay. Okay, we have already selected this order. Spring, summer, fall, winter. And press OK again. See what happened. We have already saw the season. Spring, summer, fall, and winter. Is it here? Okay. Now, do one more thing. Okay. Because okay, I would like to do filtering now. Because now we have already learned how to do sorting. Even though, okay, we can ask the computer to sort in a custom order, right? However, now I would like to do filtering. So what should we do? Just simply have a look. Because if I would like to sort, to filter, okay, again, select customer field. As you can see here, we've got something called the what? Baby G, BB company, something like that. If you say, I would like to select only the BB company record, I just go here and then just simply highlight click this chat box, BB company, and then click OK. Then the Excel spreadsheet will simply, okay, filter those BB company record for me. Very simple, right? However, what's the use of just a filter BB company? If you just show this record to your boss, this is meaningless. Because at least you need to do some simple analysis. Okay? Okay, what is the simple analysis? Maybe you can say, okay, for BB company, okay, it gives us how many total FOB a month for our division, something like that. On average, okay, the case for the from the BB company, the average value for the FOB, or maybe standard deviation for FOB, something so on and so forth. So what should I do? Out here, we've got the table tools again, right? And out here, we've got something called the total row. Right? After you click the total row, what happened? We'll have one more row for you. This is called the total, right? One more row, total. Okay, what does it mean? See? At the right hand side, we've got the, here, total FOB amount, right? If you click the drop-down list box, you can see here, we've got something called the maximum, minimum, sum, standard deviation, something like that, right? Now, I just want to know, okay, the total FOB, the sum of the total FOB for the BB company. I just simply click sum. We've got this value. And out here, we select average. And out here, maybe we select the standard deviation. See? If you say, I would like to count how many records altogether here, I just simply select what? Count. Altogether 21. See? Is it clear? It's okay? It's okay? And also, the beauty for this feature is like this. It can what? It can accompany the filter features together to do the calculation. For example, now altogether 21 record, right? If you just go back to the customer and say, I would like to change it to JJ company, see what happened? Okay, sorry. Okay. And see here, altogether still 21. However, the calculation for total FOB, for the pieces and also the quantity pieces, it will change, right? This is the beauty for these features. That means that whenever you would like to do some analysis, okay, to accompany with the filtering features, then you can making use of this one, total rows. Is it clear? However, one more thing, hi. That means, okay, you would like to have a summarize for each category, right? For this scenario, I will suggest you to use the pivot table instead, because for this one, it's only for the instant analysis. For example, if your boss just asks you, okay, how many money I got from the customer, JJ company, you may just simply use the filter. However, if you would like to formulate a detailed report, I will suggest you to use the pivot table. I will tell you just after this session, okay? Because the pivot table is much more powerful. Yeah, because in the old time we will use another thing that is something called the subtotal in the old time. However, subtotal is a bit old-fashioned. So at this moment we will prefer using something called the pivot table. However, if you still want to have some more sophisticated analysis for your data, I will suggest you to ask the ITS to help you to install a free of charge plugin in your Excel. That is something called the Power Pivot. Power Pivot. Not pivot table, it's Power Pivot. Because for pivot table, I think most of you will know how to use the pivot table. Because pivot table is already very powerful. However, now after the version 2013, we still have an even much more powerful feature called Power Pivot. Yeah, because in the old time, okay, I give you a concept. Okay, for pivot table, what we can manage is only a single data table, right? For a pivot table. Okay, the concept of pivot table is like this. We just break the data table into pieces and then we formulate it in order to have observation in another angle to see what happened to that sort of data, right? However, in Power Pivot, it will change your mindset. It will tell you, okay, you may first of all to have a different table all together and link them together with different name. That means you, with the power of Power Pivot, you can what? You can formulate a pivot table for several tables all together. Okay, this is the power of Power Pivot. I can send you the link, okay, to demonstrate the power of the Power Pivot. Because I have my own YouTube channel, I will send you the link to demonstrate what happened after you get installed the Power Pivot. Okay, because this is not a standard add-on, okay, for Lee and Feng standard. So I will not teach you in the lesson. I will just show you on my YouTube channel. Okay, if you really find that it is really useful, just tell the ITS to let your division or let you install that plugin, because the plugin is free of charge. Yeah. However, this is not a part of the standard software of Lee and Feng. I still don't know why. We have already paid for Microsoft. How come you won't install some already paid service for me? This is what I don't know. Yeah, because I try to bargain with the ITS to install this add-on into our machine. However, finally, the response is, this is not a standard package for Lee and Feng standard. Well, I don't know what is Lee and Feng standard. We have already paid the money. However, no this feature. Why? Okay, actually, okay, come back here. This is really funny, you know. Okay, is it clear? Okay, for this. Okay, now, if you say, wow, David, okay, I would like to do another thing. Because for the description fabric, okay, because in the previous example, I just formulate to group all the field all together into one. However, now, this method, okay, for the previous example, the reason why I would like to consolidate all the field into one, because I would like to make it simple. Because the customer's data, it break into different item field in across the row. In order to have a better, easier management, I need to concatenate it into one single field, right? However, now the problem comes because after we concatenate all of them into one single field, that means if I want to search for those keywords, then it will become a problem, right? For example, now, for description, we have so many information is put inside in a single field. So, if you would like to search for example, for those items with the cotton inside, okay? So, what should we do? Out here, we go to the description fabric, and out here, we've got something called the what? The search. Search for what? C-O-T-T-O-N, cotton. That means, okay, it will filter all the what? All the item which contains cotton. See? after we filter those items contains cotton, then the calculation will automatically what? We calculate again for us. Is it clear? That means for this kind of simple analysis, you may just simply apply different criteria to your fields in order to trigger the Excel spreadsheet to do different calculation for you and different analysis for you. Most of the time, I will suggest you to what? To do the analysis from a large group and then drill down to a small a narrow large group. Okay, in order to get your ideas. Okay, this is very important. Okay, anyway, okay, after that, as mentioned by that colleague, okay, he say, okay, is it possible to have a all-in-one, okay, summary report, okay, for different combinations? The answer is yes. Okay, I will use the pivot table. However, before I teach you the using the pivot table, one more thing I would like to introduce to you. First of all, okay, if you say, David, I would like to reset all the filters, okay, in this table. So what should you do? In the old time, you need to first of all what? To go to each field and then select this option, clear filter from. Okay? Is it clear? Okay, the traditional way is like this. Go to each field and then select this option, clear filter from certain field. Okay? One by one. Then finally, you will what? Resume the whole table into the normal one, into the original one, right? However, it is a bit what? Time consuming. Because if this table, you have already enabled 10 field altogether, then you need to reset one by one. It is tedious, right? So what should you do? Okay, remember one thing. Out here, we've got the another ribbon called the data, right? As you can see here on the data field, you can see here, we have already enabled the filter, right? Enable the filter, that means the feature is enabled. But now, what I'm going to do is not to disable the filter, but what? To clear the criteria. So, out here, you just simply click this option, clear. What does it mean? That means still and keeping the filter being enabled, but clear the what? Criterions. So, resume normal. Okay? Another thing, if you say, David, I would like to, because in the old time, I will do one thing, very stupid. That is to print out the whole spreadsheet and use a highlighter to highlight, okay, which case I would like to follow up, which case I would like to follow up, right? This is actually, it's not environmental friendly because it's kind of wastage of paper, right? Because after you print it out and use a highlighter to highlight the record you need to follow up, it is stupid. So now what should I do? In Excel spreadsheet, you can make use of the highlighter in Excel, just like this. If you say, hey, this record I would like to follow up, just simply highlight this row and go to home and then click the basket, like this. Highlight this field with yellow in color, highlight this field with what? Okay, with maybe green in color, and this field is green in color, something like that. Okay, you just highlight it as usual, like using a highlighter to highlight on pieces of paper, like this. Very simple, right? However, if you say, well, after I highlight it, then what should I do? Because I would like to check, okay, how many records I need to follow up. For example, I need to follow up those records which is already highlighted in yellow in color. So what should I do? Simple. Go to any field. For example, this time I just select the description. Okay? And click here. Can you see we got something called the what? Filter by color. If you need to follow up those records which has already highlighted by yellow in color, yes, these two records you need to pay an eye on. See? Very simple, right? Just a fallback, clear the filter again, and then what? And then again, okay, I would like to check those red in color, okay, which already filtered red in color. This record. Is it clear? That means so you can what? You can highlight it manually, okay, with different color, and then use the filter by color features to filter the record manually. Okay, that means that you can do it in a automatical way. And also, if you find that it is not possible to do it in an automatical way, you need to do it manually. Then you may making use of the highlighter and also the filter by color. It will become more easier for you to handle this data. It's here, right? Now, what next? See here, data pivot table. Okay, another table view. Basically, for this set of data, these data come from the what? From the XTS. Okay, this is actually the real situation. Okay, in the phone. Of course, this division has already gone. Okay, so that's why I use the real data. Is not harmful. Okay. And also for raw data, okay, if you don't know how to do analysis, it's meaningless, okay? So that's why for those coins are very high paid in Wall Street, okay? Actually, see, have a look here. First of all, okay, if I would like to do analysis for this set of data, what should I do? Okay, just as usual. First of all, use an insert table. I would like to convert into a Excel table, because after I convert a set of data into a table, at least we can easily apply the sorting features and also the filtering features to do analysis for it, right? So, convert into a table, and now the table name become table 2. I don't want to use table 2. TBL cells. Okay? I name it as TBL cells. So, after that, okay, I have already got this set of data. Control N. Altogether, I have 2,200 records altogether. It's quite a large scale of record, right? So, what should I do to deal with it? If I would like to have a more detailed analysis, okay, so what should I do? Very simple. Now, move again here, the active cell back to this table area. And again, go to the insert. And out here, can you see something called the pivot table? Right? Pivot table. Just simply click the pivot table. See what happened. Okay, first of all, in the old time, okay, for the pivot table, because it is useless for me to use a laser pointer to point on this screen. Do you know why? Because this one is so bright, so that you cannot see the laser beam. Okay. Choose the data that you want to analyze, okay? Can you see the table? Table range. Yes. Because in the old time, for the table range, it will become able to choose, let's say, set 2000, something like that. But after we name this table into what? TBL cells, then whenever, if you would like to making use of this set of table, you may just simply type in what? TBL cells. That's it. So this is the beauty of naming a table. Okay? And the second thing is, okay, use an external data source. What does it mean by use an external data source? Because in phone, we have a different database server in phone. For example, XTS is one of them. If the ITS give us the authority to connect our Excel spreadsheet to the Excel XTS database directly, what does it mean? We may just simply use an external data source and then choose the connection to connect to the XTS database. Then what does it mean? That means whenever we open this spreadsheet again, then this spreadsheet will automatically go to the XTS database to drill those data into this spreadsheet and then automatically making use of the pivot table to do analysis and generate the reports for us. The whole stuff will become automatic. However, the XTS not given us the authority because of security issue. Okay. Update feel well, right? Actually, okay. Now, okay, what we do now is what? Okay, continue using the dynamic report to retrieve the data from A and then get the Excel file and then forward it into the Excel spreadsheet again and do it manually month by month, right? Now, okay, it say, okay, choose where you want the pivot table report to be placed. Okay, new worksheet. Okay, because I would like to have a new worksheet. New worksheet, okay. Now you got this new worksheet. Okay, the idea again for the pivot table, the concept is like this. Okay, because in the Excel in the original data table, we've got several fields, and now the pivot table will break the several fields what into pieces, and then ask us to what reformulate it, and then generate a new table so that we can have different calculation to do analysis. Okay, this kind of concept what we so-called is the OLE. Okay, anyway. Now, for example, after you got the pivot table, the first thing I would like to know is how many pieces I got from this set of data, right? Most of the time. So what should you do? As you can see here, okay, we've got something called the FOB amount, right? USD. I just simply drag and drop the FOB amount to here, value. And then we got, altogether, we got this sum of money from those records. Really simple. Because of this part, okay, for the values, what does it mean? Okay, that means, okay, if you would like to do any calculation, please drag the field into this part. Okay, if you drag the field by default, okay, to this part, if the field contains numbers, then it will automatically to calculate the sum. However, if you drag the field, okay, drag the field into the values for which the field are text information, then it will do the count calculation for you. Okay? So, what next? And out here, we still have something called the column label and row label. What does it mean? Okay, basically for column label and row label, which are used for categorization. What does it mean? Now, we've got the what? Total FOB amount. But I would like to categorize the total FOB amount into what? Into different customer. So what should we do? Simple. Just drag the customer, okay, to column label like this. Then it will tell you, okay, for each customer, we've got this business from this customer, like this. However, if you put it in the what? Column label, well, it is not so nice looking. So what should I do? You may consider to put it in the row label. Then, it looks better. See? We just simply do drag and drop, then we got the report. If you got the Power Pivot installed, it will become much more powerful. Of course, make sure your machine not being hanged. Because of for Power Pivot, maybe you, if after you got the Power Pivot features, maybe you will do some more complicated analysis. For those analysis, maybe you will do analysis in a one node for 10 different data table. Then your machine may get hand easier. Okay, now again here, if you say, well, David, I would like to do the analysis like this. It's no problem. But however, I would like to have a better name, okay, for this field. For example, now the default name is row labels. Well, this column is not row label. This column should be what? Customer. Then you may just move the active cell here and then type customer. After you type customer, okay, we named it. So easy. And here, sum of FOB amount. I don't want to sum of FOB amount. It's so complicated. TTL FOB. That's it. See? Simple. Another thing I need to remind you, that is, okay, because in the old time, you should know this. That is, if you press the shift button and use the arrow key, what happened? It will highlight a certain area for you, right? Okay, again, okay, press the shift key, press the arrow key, you may highlight a certain area inside the Excel spreadsheet, right? However, now, if I would like to highlight the whole column from B4 to the end of the column, so what should we do? Okay, again, if you press the Control down arrow, what happened? It will what? Move the active cell to the end of the table. If you press the control up arrow, it will move the arrow to the top of the column, right? Now, if I say I would like to highlight from B4 to the end of the column, so what should we do? Okay, first of all, for highlight, we need to first of all to press which button? Shift. I would like it to jump till the end of the column. So what should we do? Again, press the shift and press the control down arrow. Release the down arrow, release the control, release the shift. Then you will get this column being highlighted. Is it clear? Okay, now why I would like to highlight this column? Because I would like to turn it into $sign. Okay, where's the shortcut key for turn this column into $sign? Press Ctrl Shift 4. Do you know why I would like to? Okay, the shortcut key is Ctrl Shift 4. Okay, let's have a look on top of the numerical key, the number keypad. Okay, on top, what on top of number 4? This is a what? $sign. So that's why if we press the Ctrl Shift 4, it will turn it into a what? $sign. If I would like to turn it into percentage, what should you do? Ctrl Shift 5, percentage. Is it here? Ctrl Shift 4 is dollar. Ctrl Shift 5 is percentage. If you would like to have scientific notation, then what should you do? Ctrl Shift 6 is scientific notation. Why Ctrl 6 is scientific notation? Because 6 is a cap. Cap in Microsoft Excel, that means index. So if you would like to turn it into a scientific notation, Ctrl Shift 6. Is it clear? And also, if you would like to turn these numbers into a calendar day, then what should you do? Ctrl Shift 3. Why? Why 3 is calendar? Because 3 is a hash sign. Hash sign is look like a what? A scheduler, right? In Microsoft Outlook. So that's why Ctrl Shift 3 is a what? Turn it into a date, a calendar date. And Ctrl Shift 2 will turn it into a time. Why? Because the asterisk sign look like what? The S sign look like what? Look like the coil inside a watch, right? Because in the old time, for the mechanic watch, we will have a coil put inside, right? And the sign for S sign look like the coil. So Ctrl Shift 2 is what? Is time. If turn it into what? The original number, then I will need to press the Ctrl Shift Tutor. Ctrl Shift Tutor. Tutor 即係條蛇仔啊 Tutor. Okay, the sign next to 1. That is like a snake. Okay, Ctrl Shift Tutor. That is back to the original format. If you would like to correct the number into 2 decimal places, then what should you do? Ctrl Shift 1. It is very simple because for the exclamation mark, we will have a dot, okay, under the exclamation mark, and that dot is representing the decimal point. So Ctrl Shift 1 is 2 decimal point. Ctrl Shift Tutor is what? Original format. Ctrl Shift 2 is time. Ctrl Shift 3, date. Ctrl Shift 4, number, the dollar. Ctrl Shift 5, percentage. Ctrl Shift 6 is the scientific notation. Is it clear? So now Ctrl Shift 4. Is it clear? Now, again. Okay, now, we know that for row label and column label is for categorization, right? But how come we have 2 different categorization ways? Because, for example, for this scenario, I would like to have a look on the relationship of the country of origin and the customer, then what should I do? I may use the CO name, drag and drop to the column label here. Then what I get here is like this. Different country of origin for different customer will have this amount of business. See? This is the use for the column and row labels in pivot table. Okay? We may just use it to check the table. This is also why, at the very beginning, we should put those unstructured data into a normalized table. Because if the table is not normalized, we cannot do the pivot table like this. Okay? Okay, what next? For this table, this is very useful because especially for you to what? To have an outlook on the relationship between the country of origin, or maybe if you got the information for supplier, you may have a look on the business between each different supplier and different customer. It is very useful. However, if you would like to have a sum up, okay, to the business, to the lump sum amount that the transaction between all the parties, then what should you do? Because for this kind of table, you can see so many empty fields inside, right? Which is not so nice looking if you just want to focus on the money, okay? So what should you do? See, check again here. For here, you may use another to drag the country of origin name after the name customer. See what happened. Here, customer, then country of origin name. Okay? See what happened. If you say, wow, David, I don't want to rank in this way. I would like to, first of all, the country of origin name and then customer. Then you may just simply drag and drag the customer till at the end, just follow the country of origin name like this. Is it clear? Country of origin name, then customer. Then what happened? Then you can see the pivot table will become like this. Right? So, what is the beauty for this kind of table? Just have a look. Okay, for this table, can you see what next to China? It's a minus key, which is called the collapse button. After you click this, collapse. And click here, Hong Kong, collapse, collapse. Then it will do the what? To summarize all the business, okay, from this country, like this. If you would like to do in depth, have a look on the detail, just click the expand button. Is it clear? Very simple. And also, if you say, wow, David, I find that there's so many different countries of origin. If I want to collapse all the field in one time, then what should I do? See here. Can you see out here we've got something called the pivot table tools, right? Select option. Select options. After select options, can you see here we've got something called the active field. Active field. In active field, we've got something called the collapse entire field and expand entire field, right? Please try to press this button. Collapse entire field. All the field will collapse like this. We just can see on the table, got the country of origin, like Canada, China, Hong Kong, India, Korea, and Vietnam. Can you see this? And also, if say, I would like to expand all, then click this button, expand entire field. Collapse, expand, collapse, expand, like this. And also, if you find that, oh, David, I find that, wow, this customer from China, okay, Bulgaria, Inns, okay, we've got most of the business from this company. Then, if you would like to do in depth, have a note on these records, then what should you do? Just have a look like this, okay? Just highlight this value, okay, and then double click. See what happened. Then, the pivot table will what? Will grab all the related record to you and formulate a new spreadsheet for you, like this, the sheet 2. it will show you all the detailed record for this company. Can you see this? Okay, this is very useful. Why? Because especially in doing massage on the data, because sometimes you may need to what? To categorize, okay, different record into different category in different shape. Then using and making use of the pivot table may help you a lot. Okay, so you can see one more new spreadsheet is being generated. However, if you say, well, David, I don't want this spreadsheet, okay, because I just generated it by accident. So what should you do? You may again, okay, right-click this spreadsheet, tab, right-click, and then out here we've got something called the delete. And then if it will ask you, okay, whether or not you want to delete this field, this sheet, say yes, delete, then gone. Is it clear?